Employee satisfaction is fundamental to the achievement of any business. A high rate of worker satisfaction is specifically identified with a lower turnover rate. Along these lines, keeping workers happy with their vocations ought to be a notable need for each business. While there is no such thing as an ideal occupation, it's not hard to perceive the normal components of a positive work understanding. A delight workful environment will comprise of quality training, which will enhance ability and learning as well as giving a positive input to employees in the work environment and great motivation for work. Organizations that offer these opportunities tend to have more joyful and more gainful staff members. The organizational management will be analyzed as they have a gigantic commitment in which viewpoint an employee will see going into work. Organization behavior. The behavior analysis of using organizational behavior, psychological principle, and experimental analysis to improve group performance. With scientific approach in workers management, the individual output would be maximized and business organizations would be more efficient. Bring workers into full play can make the company become more productive and competitive. The company's policies, procedures, structure, management, effectiveness, and relations influence between colleagues. All these factors either encourage employees to work harder or accelerate employees to resign in tension. Types of organization behavior include managerial control, ethics, accountability, and harassment. The type of managerial control you choose for your organization will affect how you maintain policy. A company that creates and uses strong ethical policy will notice that the ethics affects organizational behavior in the workplace. When the company knows which staff members are responsible for various company functions and projects, those employees can be made accountable for their success. Workplace harassment is one of the negative organizational behaviors that management must address with training, company policies, and diligence. In motivation, managers should make sure employees' salary are worth their work, and they can set up reward with fair and equitable to motivated workers. In decision making, managers should make effective communication with employees to let them comprehend business context.
Principles behind organizational behavior theories, attitudes. The issue raised by Schwartz in the speech focuses on the discrepancy between employees' job-related attitudes and behavior. It is often seen today that many employees value their pay much more than the jobs itself or the tasks. This phenomenon is somehow related with the job-related attitudes held by employees and the cognitive dissonance theory. Organizational commitment forms part of employees' attitudes towards work, which refers to the bond between an employee and the employing organization. The two main forms of commitment which determine the intensity of the bond are continuous commitment and effective commitment. Continuous commitment represents a bond that occurs due to investments made in the company, such as salary, whereas effective commitment is a voluntary bond formed by positive work experiences. The similarity between continuous commitment and cognitive dissonance is that the reward behind the completion of tasks assigned to employees is considered as a great motivation for employees to become more engaged with the organization by reducing the dissonance, which is the inconsistency between employees' behavior and attitudes. However, through several studies, it is found that employees with effective commitment tend to have better performance than those with continuous commitment. Additionally, generally satisfied employees who work with a passion towards their companies are more consistent and more productive. Therefore, to enhance the development of both employees and the company, the managers are suggested to respect the employees by examining their satisfaction level for the company.
The management style followed by an organization is a crucial factor in determining employee satisfaction. Identifying and implementing the most suitable management style according to your business structure can help to alter the way staff perceive their role at work and thereby achieve staff satisfaction. According to Henry Mintzberg, there are three main managerial styles: science, art, and craft. The science approach is based on logic and relies on scientific facts. The arts approach is based on imagination and relies on creative insights. And the craft approach is based on experiences and relies on practical experiences. A successful manager needs to be able to decide on and implement the most appropriate approach to management for his or her business. For example, Apple's founder and CEO, Steve Jobs, implemented the arts approach to management as his business was concerned with creativity and innovation. His adamant attitude of believing that his company was better than any other technology company and encouraging creative ideas was able to motivate his employees and change their perception of work. This resulted in staff being highly motivated and satisfied. As a result, work performance increased, which ultimately led to the exceptional success and profitability of Apple. Adopting the most appropriate management style according to the business model can therefore be considered to be one strategy for changing employees' perceptions of work.
Implications on managers' attitudes towards employees and work are constantly being challenged over time. Organizational behaviors towards the employees play a big role in how the employees' attitudes and motivational skills are shaped. As the world merges into a more efficient marketplace, not only should a workplace provide a safe environment, organizations must also show that they take on an appropriate ethical approach towards the employees. However, it is also employees' responsibility to get along well with other employees in a workplace. When employees have more positive work attitudes, they are inclined to perform better. This shows better relationships between corporate cultures, but also display ideal behaviors within the workplace. The notion of group cohesiveness has shown highly successful in terms of performance and group longevity. Group cohesiveness refers to the degree in which individuals of a group are motivated to stay in a group and share the goals of a group. Cohesiveness within a group shows a sense of belonging, teamwork, and interdependence, which help develop members to become motivational and help teams to communicate to each other in a positive manner. There are many factors that can contribute to cohesiveness of a group in terms of the productivity and effectiveness. In order to ensure group cohesiveness, it is important that there is an understanding of what goals wish to be achieved by group members. Once there is an alignment of group goals, productivity should increase. In our group, it was clear what goals we wanted to achieve, therefore we experienced a high level of productivity. This has helped us have a higher degree of satisfaction and allowed us to communicate with each other more.
The team effectiveness model suggests that there are 4 components: context, composition, work design, and process, which contribute to team effectiveness. When looking at the context factor, it's fair to say that our group had adequate resources. We had timely information given to us through tutorials and lectures, as well as access to the internet and computers. When considering the composition factors, such as group size, 6 may have been too many. For the purpose of our goal, 6 team members meant that many of the individuals experienced social loathing. This is when individuals tend to exert less effort on a task if they believe others will do it. The work design boosted the team effectiveness. We were able to use a wide variety of skills in order to complete an identifiable task in which each individual contributed to. Our group undertook a process in which we identified a common purpose, devised a plan, and worked on it until it was complete. An issue that arose was that individuals had other commitments which they prioritized, and as a result gave us less time before the due date to complete the task. We dealt with this by simply allocating time and roles to each person to complete before the deadline. Our group showed strength at this time as we came together and completed the task at hand. Each member of the group contributed equally to complete the task in a timely manner. However, communication between team members is an area in which we can improve to increase effectiveness and productivity. This could be done through more group meetings and regular online communication.